The song.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Someday we're gonna be on it, like,
dude.
legitimately
I was ready.
Yeah, well, that makes one of us.
It was my fault.
It wasn't.
No, it was.
It was like partly your fault.
It wasn't my fault at all.
Phones.
All right, everybody, make sure you like and share and subscribe and let all your friends know we're on.
Who's there? It's Rahr. Who's there? It's Rahr. Come fill your time, this pod's for all. From the Finger Lakes, join in the call. Learn something new about the Cuca Trail. Upstate New York, every episode a tell. Who's there? It's Rahr. Who's there? It's Rahr. It's Rahr.
Thank you for my London fog. You're the best.
Oh,
Marianne.
it's good. It's good stuff. Good morning, everyone. Jesse, are you awake, buddy?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Ready to do the thing here.
Not sure what's happening.
No. So can I tell you, I got pissed off first thing.
I have a whole bunch of questions for you.
Oh, why would I do?
You can start with your story, though.
So
Yes.
I read a thing that I wasn't the CDC. Somebody said that you're supposed to only eat 6 French fries with a meal.
I try not.
What is your
6.
policy on profanity, by the way?
You can't ask questions unless you're closer to the mic.
Okay. What is your policy on profanity?
We tried.
Well, Marianne, we try to keep it limited, but Marianne said shit on the first episode, and I was like, well, I guess we're swearing then.
Okay.
The FCC can't take us off.
Blame it on me now.
Well, the
I
whole
feel
thing
like I'm
is-
in.
Yeah, so I'll say BS on that 6 French fry thing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the movie Pump Up the Volume.
I don't know what that is.
you
I'm
do not
Christian
like-
Slater.
Christian Slater
Christian
is so
Slater.
hot.
He's still hot.
He's
Whoa.
still hot.
He's still hot.
So that makes you hot?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
I don't know if it's that close. So what was why only 6 French fries per meal?
It's like healthy to only eat 6 French fries per meal.
Oh wait.
Tops.
So they want us to eat French fries.
No.
No, if we're eating French fries, you only eat 6.
So is that,
Limit.
well, there's home and there's bought, right?
Fact.
And then there's frozen, like at the grocery store. There's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's
Fresh cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it you at home making the French fries? Because if you're
Out of
cooking
a
potatoes
potato?
at home, it's pretty awesome. No?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that.
I used to.
It just said
I used
6
to do
French
that.
fries, and then I got off Facebook for the day.
Yeah, so that's why I call bullshit. Because
Are you making them in duck fat?
Duck fat.
If you're not making them in duck fat, you're not doing it right.
I didn't know we could use duck fat.
Oh
for
my
French
God.
fries. I never had
So,
that
no,
before.
the back fat, I mean, I call BS on, saying 6 French fries because it depends if you're making it yourself or another place. It's just an over kind of glazed idea of something you should or shouldn't do. It makes no sense. Go eat all the potatoes you want if
Yeah.
you make them at home, and definitely cook them in duck fat for sure.
Only eat meat.
Where do I get duck fat?
So there's a restaurant in Portland, Maine called Duck Fat, and they make like the greatest fries you've ever had in your life. Yeah,
In Portland?
in Portland. You ever been to Portland, Maine before?
I met
I
my
don't think
first
so.
my first drag queen I met in Portland, Maine.
Oh.
Oh God, this is an awesome story.
You didn't meet one in Portland, Oregon?
No, no, actually, Portland, Oregon is actually the most, like, if you went to like Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and you're like, supersize me.
Yeah.
Speaking of fast food, it's just everybody has a waxed mustache, and everybody's white. It's super racist. It's PC. I never got it. I moved there because I knew some friends from Vermont there. And I moved and I was like, what the fuck is up with this place? It sucks. It's so conformist. It's not weird. They say keep it
Portland,
weird.
Maine.
No, I'm talking about
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say keep it weird. Not weird at all.
It's not weird there?
No, it's completely conformist in every respect. However, Portland, Maine, when I was a kid, I went there and this chick walked by and was like, hey, it was like waving at my dad. And I said, oh my God, this pretty lady is waving at you. I was like 7 years old. And he was like, that's not a lady. I had no understanding of what he was saying. He was just like, that's not a lady. I was like, no, it's just, why are you being rude? Because he's not a rude person. I'm like, don't be rude to her, you know? And so I just kept, you know, being like, why are you being so rude to this lady? And he's like, it's not a lady.
She's gorgeous.
I know. And then it just clicked in a second. I was like, oh my God, I love to play dress up too. This is amazing. Oh my God, you are the best person ever. And I immediately loved drag queens. Like at 7 years old, I was just like, that's the most like awesome thing I've ever seen. It's like amazing. So, you know, I don't know, but if you don't have an idea pumped into your head, but yeah, that's Portland, Maine to me. It's like
Didn't they just elect one for sheriff up there somewhere?
Maybe.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A drag queen for sheriff?
Or
why
Well, a
not?
transgender or something.
somewhere in that like
Isn't a drag queen like a profession?
somewhere in that spectrum
No,
of
it
like
totally
not
is a profession.
dressing up as what they were born with.
Oh, so they're transgender, not a drag queen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
It's somewhere in there. I don't know.
That's what all that stuff gets.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So early for
Well,
this.
no, so that's why I this the LB. I don't even know the alphabet that is for everybody. It's like LBG.
Oh yeah.
LBGQT, right?
I cannot remember everything because I'm just
Keep
like,
adding
hey,
letters.
like you're Lisa. Hey, you're Barry. Hey, you're Donald. Like whatever you are. Like I honestly,
Just people.
you're just people.
Yeah.
Like, why do we need to have all these like distinguishing things about stuff? People are like, what are you? I'm like, I'm just Catherine. That's just it. You know what I mean? Like, you get what you take. Like, I don't get the gender roles.
I think I just recently realized now it's you're either a male, female, which I was grown up always deciding between, and then there's a couple other now categories. Is it what non-binary? Is that one, or am I making that up? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
No, there's, or rather,
They're the ones that don't want to choose.
don't want to choose. So I'm like, wow, I didn't realize this is where we are. I have no idea. I've always decided, or I had to choose between male or female, and I'm like, oh, I'm female.
You know what? I always just call myself
We're
an
gonna need to get
opportunist.
Jordan Peterson on this podcast.
Do you have any champagne? Do you have any tomato juice? She wants a Bloody Mary.
I did.
I don't.
Because on that LBGY, whatever it is, the list of things that you can identify yourself as, I'm like, what about opportunist? Just put an O in there. It's like, yeah.
LGBTO. Bachman Turner Overdrive.
So can you you had questions for me, right?
Yeah, I want to know what these questions,
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah. So what happened? Something I heard your parents told me that I should ask you.
Yes.
What happened this week? There's something like a key involved, and maybe like a showing of an apartment, something like that.
Yeah.
They said that you had some kind of story about that.
It's about the person that was being shown the place. Yeah, it's about like a personal person.
You don't want to talk about
You
that.
can't bring that up.
They told me to bring that up.
No. It sounds
They were
like
like, you should definitely bring that up.
No. Yeah, It's not even. I don't know why they said that, because the only thing is like it's just like the person that they tried to rent to was not a good person in the town, and then they they Googled them, and they're like, oh shit, you weren't lying, and I'm like, no, I wasn't lying. Yeah, so I don't know why they want to.
You keep track of the blotter.
I mean, I'm under the age of 30 in town. You know, you just kind of hear all the going ons and the happenings. So, and I also own a cocktail bar, so you get all the tea all the time.
Speaking of the cocktail bar, Jesse, when are you opening again?
March 11th.
All right. So I keep telling people at the wine
Inquiring
bar.
minds want to know.
No. Well, it's because
they do.
Well, they do. But also too, I like to tell people when you're opening. I'm like, it's in March sometime. So
March 11th.
March 11th.
People keep asking me. They're all fired up about it.
Fired up.
Yeah,
Fired up.
They can't wait. They're like, is it open yet? Can I go down there now? I want to go there.
Yeah. Well, we can go down there now.
That makes my anxiety go up about 20%.
I'm excited to hear that.
You're always like anxious, right? I don't know.
It's
Do
the
you
best
ever
diet
like
ever.
close down a little bit?
Well, for like a month.
Yeah.
We
Not for
did
me.
for a few weeks because it was just the holidays and the way they were stacked up for Christmas and New Year's. And I'm just like, dude, there's no reason for us to be open for those 2 weeks. Let's just take it off.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we keep going through. When the weather gets a little tricky, that's when we're like, you know what? What's the point of being open? And this winter, finally, winter has stepped up, I feel. But no, we're riding through it. My question for you, though, is what special cocktails are we opening up with? Because the one that I really want is, I think, gone. The one that your mother makes. It's a
What's it
holiday.
Coquito.
The coquito.
Oh no, I made that. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
your mom, or you and your mom made it together.
No,
So it's okay.
Mom can't make it. She's
Mom-
a nerd.
Okay,
Um,
but that's
she's probably
is that-
watching. She wants to fight me. She
I
might
hope
come.
so.
Out, she might come in here and kick my ass.
She told me what pissed her off this week.
Hold on. So hold on to that. So are we bringing back the
Oh, wow.
coquito at all, or no? Is that just a one and done
That's a
situation?
winter drink. That's
Could
like-
it just be like an occasional drink randomly?
It's like a Puerto Rican holiday eggnog. So it's like,
Fine. I'll have.
We're
to wait
not.
for
None of
this.
us are Puerto Rican. We just like the taste of it.
That's-
Just make the shit. dude.
and that's when Phil brings back the wassail. It's like
I guess
yeah.
we can bring that back too, but
Yeah.
I just want the coquito.
coquito.
Yeah, we
There you
can't. I feel like having dueling coquito and wassail really isn't. I mean,
It's not going to work
go.
out.
I loved it.
you think so?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of wassail left.
There was like cold, and then there's a hot drink.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
You don't have to twist my arm to drink, so I'll definitely
Yeah.
try that.
yeah, it's pretty good.
It was awesome. Wait, we're talking about the coquito or the wassail?
Both. But
Oh, the
both.
I know,
coquito.
I'm talking about both.
Okay.
That's fine.
yeah.
We're gonna take all of them. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to you opening up again, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see you after we do trivia. Then we come up and see you.
Yes.
Oh, by the way,
Love trivia, by the way.
dude, trivia this week at the Water Street Wine Bar, which I'll be hosting yet again. The theme,
Winner.
the theme is going to be Finger Lakes.
Mm.
Finger Lakes, so that we can do a lot of Finger Lakes stuff with that.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually doing the questions today rather
Great.
than the day before.
Hey, listen, I'm just gonna just tell you off the jump. I know my Jemima Wilkinson like back and
Boom!
forth.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
There we go. I'm
I know.
excited about that.
Really?
Oh,
I know my
Phil's
opinion.
intrigued.
I go to the funeral tours. Like it's cool.
What was the name of the first town that she founded in this area?
It was Jerusalem.
No,
Oh, get it.
that was the second one. Good try though.
Oh,
It's
was it Milo?
okay.
Definitely not Dundee.
Benton.
There's all that's left of it is a road. There's a road still named after it.
Guy
I've
in
been
Noga,
crushed.
Is it Friend Road?
Italy.
No,
No.
Valley, Friendship.
you're getting closer.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was
I
Friendship
thought it
or
was
Friend
Jerusalem.
Road.
She
Yeah.
ran to Jerusalem because
Yeah.
she became the universal friend. And that's I have to say, this is amazing. It's the 1800s, and she chose in the 1800s to not identify herself as a female or a male.
Right.
She like immediately
just as the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, she was just like, I'm not male
Inside
or
of a-
female.
Flesh bag.
So think about how like they tried to burn her house down. Like they came with like torches, but she was the first person being like, I don't identify as female or male. I'm neither of those, and I'm going to be just this, just spirituality and like life.
And
That's
a
crazy.
bunch
That's-
of dudes followed her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you mean dudes
It's-
followed her?
But
Men.
it's amazing too.
Well,
Like,
I know you meant
like a whole
men.
community, like, but the men were in on it too. Like the men were okay with it.
Oh, really?
And
Well,
that's
they were her
right-
followers.
That's right here in Penn Yan. She came out of here. Like that was her. She like, I mean, that's amazing.
That's pretty crazy.
She came to here because it was a good place to get away from everybody else.
Okay, well, okay. So, but that's where she really founded where she was like universal friend
Yeah.
and not either male or female. That's
Yeah.
banana skins. It's
Is she the one that thought she was like could walk on water?
yes.
That was
yes.
Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
Jesus thought that too. Yes.
Okay.
But this lady
Oh.
thought she could walk on water, and she like took all the people out there to like see her do it, and then she never did it. And she's like, "Well, if you believe I can do it, why should I do it?"
You have to have
Yes.
faith.
And I'm like, "That's some bullshit."
But
What
that
is
same
this?
thing happens today. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You can go on. I mean, I have insomnia, so I'm up and I watch like you can buy this water. It's the healing water, and if you get this, it's gonna like it's people buy that stuff. People do it. It's not. It's still prevalent.
Well,
today.
people also buy other people's bath water, so I'm never surprised what people buy. So,
Yeah.
Dude, wait, stop it. Wait, what?
Is that something I can start selling?
yes,
Bath water?
not you, probably. It's usually nice-looking women.
Oh.
I just don't-
There's got to be a market though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
For redheaded
your own
guys,
bath-
maybe.
Dude, you should totally sell your own bathwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it 100%. You just
Should I like get special bottles or
You should
something?
at least dress it up a little bit.
take
Yeah.
a nice like selfie of yourself, and then it should be like, "This is my bathwater,"
Yeah.
and I guarantee you would have sales. That's how crazy.
That's
it is.
true.
Like two.
That's true.
Like 2 sales.
Yeah, but they'd be
No.
regulars.
Would,
They'd be regulars. It'd be like 2 of them, but they'd buy it every week.
would you pity buy?
No. I don't need to pity buy that. You want some money? I'll buy you a beer. How about that? I'm not buying your bath water. The water that you bathed in? I'll
Oh,
pass.
God. That and the OnlyFans account. That's how Phil's gonna make his millions.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find financial independence, you know? I don't want to have to rely on a paycheck.
Hey, these are times
point.
where we're all scrapped. We have to look for work outside of like
True.
we're social distancing. You got to do stuff from home. Bathwater. It's a go-to. Come on.
Or you could sell your used underwear. I mean, there's so many other opportunities.
No.
No one wants that.
No.
No.
I'm sure like one person would.
So we're talking about people that named towns. Are you ready to hear the guy that named Dundee?
Yes.
The history behind it.
Go
This
for
is hilarious. This guy's an asshole. So he moved from Dundee, Scotland,
Sweet.
Oh.
Which-
And he was like,
to name
this is going to be
Dundee,
Scotland.
New York.
Okay, so if you want to hear a Scotland story after this, because I used to live there and run a pub there, so
Yes, I'm
Yes.
ready.
Okay. Keep
And
going
then,
this way.
and then that guy got sick at Dundee, and he's like, "Well, I guess I'm going to. It's either Michigan or Ohio." And he goes, "I'm naming that Dundee." I think it's Michigan. Like, so he's like, everywhere he moves, he's like, "I'm starting a town naming it fucking Dundee." Like, I don't know how many.
He's
It's
like
hilarious.
Dundee Appleseed,
Okay,
huh?
So yeah, the founder of Dundee.
Wait,
Dundee
And-
is an absolute hole. Like, and I don't mean that.
The one in New York is too.
Which
if you're
one?
wondering.
And I mean that with the deepest love. But
sorry to all my Scottish listeners. We do have a couple.
It's just like a train station, and like everything's eroding. Anyways,
It still sounds like Dundee, New York. We're not
Which one?
we're not changing.
No. There's a Dollar Tree and a dollar.
Yeah, we have every dollar store you can think of in Dundee, and no regular grocery store.
okay, so can I actually do something that I'm not being political? I'm just going to talk about a story. Is that okay?
Yeah,
I'm not.
Phil's scared.
Yeah, no, I know you're saying. I'm not going to voice any.
It's okay. We do it all the time.
Okay.
Mostly me.
Mostly.
All right, so whenever in the pub, like there's like the UK term "taking the piss," which is just
Yeah.
like fucking with somebody else. You're just like, I'm gonna be a dick to you because I like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like, but we actually
We used to do that.
I shut down the bar, and me and these guys who were like my friends. I lived in a village. I mean, we call Pendiana village. Our village was like 2,000. It's called Ellen, and it's this little place, but it's a couple miles outside of Aberdeen, which is Aberdeen, Scotland, which is the biggest oil port in Europe. Like, so you have all like so you have sheep farmers, and then you have like the oil, like the offshore guys that are coming and going. Anyway, so the offshore guys, whenever they come into the pub, we go and we leave. And right between Aberdeen and between Ellen, which I was living in, was a golf course that was made by Donald Trump. And so we'd all walk over after we closed up, and we'd take the piss. So we'd walk over there, and I went into the bushes because I was the girl. But they would all be like uniform, like in line. I was just like, why are all these guys like pissing like in the same row? And then my friend Chris, like,
They all went to piss
like,
on Trump's golf course.
we all piss on his golf course. Like, we're all pissing on it every time I close down the bar, because I do the shutdown, the lockdown, and we'd be drinking shots like way after like we were closed, and then we'd just tromp over there and go to his golf course and just be peeing all over it. But check this out. So I was in the bushes because I was the girl, right? But I was just like, is this a circle jerk? What's going on? They're all just like standing in a row. No, Chris sent me a picture. And guess what they did? They consistently like made that grass die to say wank.
No.
So in the middle of the golf course, they went every night and pissed. So he has in the middle of his golf course, it's big, like big.
The grass can't grow there.
It says wank.
Got your point across. That's for sure.
That's
How long ago was
That's
that?
funny.
This is only like they finished it because it took time. Like this is like
Oh, yeah.
I was there like when I was
Dedication.
32. So yeah, no, they went there every night. That's the thing about Scottish people. They're really dedicated about like
I love
pissing
hearing
off
that.
other people.
That's
It's like-
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's you know what? That's valid. That's valid. I mean, what the hell else do they have to do? Shag a sheep
No,
or
they're-
something?
Exactly. It was so fun. I was just like, that's dedication. And
Not
I
that
love
much
you
different
so
than
much.
Dundee.
Aberdeen's
Sorry,
like
people.
crazy, right? That's like high crime, like pretty
Oh,
bad area, right?
No, it's totally weird. They're beautiful cathedrals. Like, I mean, the stuff you get from like the Gothic era cathedrals, but they're all casinos. There's
Oh,
not
really?
one
Oh.
actual active cathedral there. You go in, you're playing blackjack. It's
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's kind of fun.
Hmm.
I learned how to play blackjack because there's nothing else to do. But
Wow.
but it's all cathedrals. It's insane.
There's
It's
no
a-
worshiping, just gambling.
Sounds
Yes.
like
Same
Scottish
thing, right?
people. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean you're betting on that you picked the right god. It's like the ultimate, jackpot or, down the river, right? I suppose.
True. I didn't think about that.
Everything in life's a gamble. Everything.
Not true.
Everything.
Well,
There's
is
some
it-
things
it's
that
the,
aren't.
is
Like
it the
what?
paper or the morals? Because that's where it gets into like people are just like morals or paper because it really gets down to that in some.
What paper? You talking about money?
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Cash. Yeah.
So
I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
what?
About how we build these giant cathedrals and meanwhile we're letting people starve. And like the people who are building these giant cathedrals are supposed to be the ones dedicated to helping these people who are starving, and it doesn't match up.
Right, but there are also some small churches that are really starving to stay alive,
Absolutely.
and that's how they got bought over and taken over by casinos.
Mhm.
Right, so there's like this hand. I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point on that topic, but I definitely think that there are ones that are really, truly dedicated, and if they're trying to put forward theology and going with that realm, great. Cathedrals, they kind of get out of the loop, and that's kind of where, when I've been to cathedrals, I even got laughed at one time, like when I went into one, I was just like trying to sing along, because I love choral music. I was trying to sing along. I can't sing. And these two
I
ladies.
can't either. I'm tone deaf. I don't know if you guys are aware.
All
of
right,
this.
sounds like we're starting a band.
Yeah. Like these two
Heard
ladies
worse.
behind me were laughing at me. And I looked behind them. I was like, I literally asked them, I'm like, are you laughing at me? And they're like, yeah, you can't sing. And I was just like, yeah, they just,
those are some horrible people.
Good luck getting into heaven with pipes like that.
but they were in the pew behind me in the cathedral. I wouldn't call it a church. I call it a cathedral
Yeah.
because it's the people who go in just to say, I went to church on Sunday. They're not there for the right shit, part of my language. Because honestly, like I could look behind and feel so bad about myself because I was trying to sing. I was trying to uplift my voice. And they're like, yeah, you suck. I was like, okay, well, what are you doing here? Like, what are you learning here? Like, how is this? How
are you
treat-
bettering yourself, really?
Yeah,
And
like-
helping other people, too.
I
By-
can tell you, churches are some of the most toxic, negative place I've ever been in my life.
Not all. Not all.
Not-
A lot. I swear you can go to a bar here in Penn at 11 o'clock at night and meet more people that are nicer to you than you
You're
would
drunk.
in a church.
Well, yeah, well, there's.
The
Mhm.
people in church are so judgmental.
Oh, for sure.
It's
but-
so crazy. Like at a bar, think about a bar, like everyone gets along, right? Everyone's having fun. At a church, it's like, no. Everyone's like fake as shit.
I don't think
No,
you've been
no.
going to the right church.
No,
friend.
but also
There's
too,
some really good ones.
There really are
and-
some
really
good
good
ones.
ones.
In Penn, they're really good
Yeah,
ones.
no, and so also too, like not every time somebody goes into a bar and they get lubricated. Like I was trying to tell somebody the other night, I was just like, you can never give me tequila. I turned to Nicolas Cage. So it's not like
Wait.
you're hanging out-
Wait. What does that mean? What is Nicolas Cage? What does
Have
that
you
mean?
never seen Nicolas Cage loses his shit? It's a compilation done to string music.
Can you give me a
Where it
movie?
just goes into a crescendo that is just beautiful, and it's
Oh.
just him like going banana skins.
Like Face Off? Was he?
No. Oh,
That was John Travolta.
Just Google it.
Both of them.
I know.
No, John Travolta is amazing too. No, I love him so much for many reasons.
As long as you don't turn into Mel Gibson.
No.
That's a good point.
No, but I actually on a door in my business that I have, and like when I close the door, it has this sticker that says "Caution, Nicolas Cage," because it's just like, you do not come in. You will get it, but I don't know. Like bars can bring out bad stuff in people too. I just think anytime people get their emotions involved, and it becomes really particular, which a lot of times when people are entering bars and getting, self-medication, and I'll call it that way, and I'm not saying anything bad about that because I've been a bartender for years, and then I don't now, but at the same time, you've seen it all, and those people, you love them, and they're your friends, but part of it is not only communicating with other people, but a healing in a sense. So it's almost kind of like coming to a church in a sense, but you are a very different pastor if you're a bartender.
Yeah, I'm not a very good pastor.
What if I got one of these old churches that's empty and turned it into a Bloody Mary bar?
Yes.
Are you going to give me a Bloody Mary, by the way?
I would if we were at one of those places, but we don't have them here.
All right, listeners, you don't know. I've
We
been
don't
up since
have
2
them
a.m.
here.
So
Aaron,
Jesse's not open in the morning.
I'm
Not
working.
yet.
I'm working
Not
on
yet.
fumes, so I'm just like, hey.
Yes. Aaron,
But
you
Marianne
should
got
be
me
scared.
a London fog, which is amazing.
I did because I love Amity's London
Yeah.
Fog. I told you we have to start it off right, and I think it's good. I got Jesse his vanilla chai because he's a vanilla chai drinker, and I got you your large black
Yep.
coffee. But I think there's something to be said for that, where being a bartender and you're having people come in, you're there for a therapy session. And you got to have to be on your feet and listen. And I know Friday I was bumping all over the place trying to talk to everyone. I know I left you for a little bit, but then I was trying to get with everyone. And you don't want to be a negative bartender because that's not going to go well.
You can't do that.
So what kind of bartender are you, Jesse? Because we're friends, so you ignore me at times, but that's okay.
Most of the time, I ignore most people.
I sat there for the
Yeah.
longest time one day.
I think he
and
just tries to ignore people.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why hasn't he asked what I wanted to
No.
drink?
That's,
I think I
that's what
told your
if
mom.
you're- if
that's what Ruth is for.
If you're that thirsty, just get your own drink. That's what I tell most people.
I was confused. I know how to make it.
No, I don't know. Usually, I try to stay kind of quiet because
You're a quiet one.
When I'm
Yeah.
when I'm at a bar, especially if I'm drinking nice stuff, I don't need somebody to talk to me. I'm there to just hang out,
Mhm.
like be kind of. Especially, I don't know. I think like a nice cocktail bar. Any that I've gone to, the best bartenders they're very composed and quiet, and they get you your drink, and they only speak when they're like spoken to. Really, yeah.
I'll
So,
agree with you on that.
Jesse crafts an experience.
Yeah. I try to.
And then his mom comes in.
Yeah, and then my mom gets shit faced off.
She tells you what's pissing her off.
Vice Vineyard Chardonnay for some reason at 7:00, and I'm like, Mom, you're drunk. It's 7:30. We still have an hour and a half of dinner service. She's like, I'm not drunk. You're drunk. And I'm like, go in the fucking back, Mom. Chill the hell out. Jesus.
It's awesome.
Oh,
She
God.
did come. She and her,
I'd probably get along with your mom very
Yeah.
well.
Oh, trust me.
a
you
lot of
would.
people get along with your mom. She's a wonderful lady.
She is face value too. She is
100%.
100%.
She is what she is. She does not change.
That's why I get along with her.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
100%.
Well, yeah, no. Whenever somebody's 100% just who they are, I respect that. I don't care what they're doing, how they're doing, what they do, how they do it. Just be honest, be you, and that is a genuine quality that is not often. And so that's cool. If she's just who she is, no apologies.
It's not good for a bartender. So here's the problem with my mom, and a lot of people have this problem too. When you don't like somebody, you can pretend, but you ever just looked at somebody and they like their face? My mom she has like the worst face. Like she cannot play cards because like if she does not like you, I don't care how hard you pretend. She just looks at like death. Like, yeah, it's the death stare. So that's why behind the bar, she's a little scary. So, yeah, because you're like, Mom, you got to pretend to like people a little.
She's like, no, I don't.
She's like, I don't like that person. And
Well,
I'm
isn't
like,
it-
yeah, but they're here to spend money. She's like, I don't want their fucking money.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
Mom,
okay, wait.
Mom, stop it.
So she is a bartender at heart, and that is so
Yeah.
great. And that's something that's hard to shake, but a great quality in a lot of ways, because it's just like you don't put up with any BS. You're just like, yeah, no, I can read your face, and no, get out, like no problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you see people. I think the longer you spend behind a bar and you work that type of position, I think that you really learn how to read pretty quick, like who you're going to stand and talk to, who you're not going to.
Aaron, there you go. That's another guy. That's a bartender right there.
Who, Aaron?
Oh, Aaron. He's
Aaron.
Aaron. He's a hell of a bartender.
He's a great personality.
He crafts beverages.
He really does craft beverages, and he crafts them with a lot of booze. Not a little.
Yes.
Oh, he said he was terrified of me. Oh my god.
That's just his lingo. It's probably hard to scare him.
You know me so well, darling. I can't wait to meet you. You should be terrified.
You know, you may have met him. He's
probably. I don't know.
Aaron is
you know what?
an
I don't
interesting
remember
guy.
you. If you remember me, thank you, darling.
Yeah.
But I don't remember you. We'll keep it that
He's
way.
a very good looking guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
All
he's a good looking guy.
Eh.
Hey Ron, he got a new dog I seen on Facebook. That's cool. I always like when people get.
I didn't even know
new
these guys are
animals.
like listening. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh geez. So this is why I didn't. Yeah, my poor partner.
It's okay.
Anyways,
So who's playing over at Laurentide today at 1:00?
Samuel.
Samuel Swanson.
Going to see Sam. I'm a little bit worried. It sounds like they're going to have music every Sunday. I'm worried that it's going to be a little bit harder to get in there.
Probably. But you know what though?
Marla told me about this text you sent her, and I was crying laughing
What happened?
because Phil's just like.
So I said, "Oh well, good news, bad news."
Phil's always like doom and gloom, right? You know, he's always got like this, like, oh no, and he's like, well, so she told
It's
him
nice
that they were
knowing you.
having music, and he goes, well, I'm happy for you, but I guess I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to go on Sundays. And she's like, Phil, what is wrong with you? Like, will you be happy?
No.
I'm a very happy guy, but
But when you bring more people into the situation,
well, no, it's just the play. When
Phil
there's music
wishes-
over there, it fills up, and if you're not there at least half hour, 45 minutes before they start playing,
Mhm.
probably not getting in.
And we're talking about the Laurentide because we all love the Laurentide. So
And now
They
Tasty
make them
beers.
they're starting music about the same time we usually wrap up.
that's
do
true,
they
1 to
do
3.
that for us? I hope so.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have
Perfect
and they have
timing.
Sam being the first one, which is just amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as we can get in.
Well, aren't you guys cozy with Marla? Can't she just like save us seats?
I mean, I
That's
can
what they
pull a
should do.
couple strings.
That's what
but
they should
yeah,
do.
Mhm.
I was already talking to her this morning.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you ask to save some seats?
I think if we tip the door guy, probably get a seat.
I didn't even know there was a
Yeah.
door guy.
We might have to sit like under the fireplace.
So Tim's bartending. Oh no, Molly will be bartending today, not Tim.
Molly, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tim comes in. I wonder, they might bring Tim in, or they'll have somebody extra for the music.
Yeah.
I
So-
can't wait to meet Aaron. I didn't even know we had these comments. He's like terrified. I'm like,
Aaron, meet us at the Laurentide
for sure.
for Sam Swanson.
Swanson.
Hey Ron.
Samsonite.
What is it? The Pyramid of Greatness. Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation.
That's Phil.
Yeah, Ron Swanson. That's my hero right there.
Yeah,
It's like
Phil's the most Ron Swanson person I've met in real life.
Hands down. There was one time I was watching an episode and I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking Phil.
And it just reminds me of Phil, the whole bacon and eggs one. I still die. Yeah, I'll take all the bacon and eggs. Yeah, the guy walks in, he's like, I think you didn't understand. I said, I want all the bacon and eggs you have. It's like, yeah, that is Phil.
I had all the bacon and eggs that they had at the diner this morning.
Oh, yeah?
nice.
Yeah, I had I had the steak and eggs, and I had an omelet.
Nice. There you go. All the bacon and eggs.
Wait, you ate what? How much did you
I
make
had
this
I
morning?
had the steak and the eggs, and then I had a bacon and ham and cheddar omelet
All at the diner.
with a little bit of sudsies on it.
That's a lot of food, bro.
That's
And they're like, "And what
That's a
toast
meal.
do you want with the steak and eggs?" And I'm like,
No.
"None." They're like, "And which toast do you want with the?" Don't give me any freaking toast. Keep the toast away from me.
Did you say
No
it like
offense.
that? Keep the
No,
freaking
he wouldn't
toast
be that
away.
rude.
I wouldn't say that, but I was just like, no, like if I didn't want toast with the first one, why would I want toast with the second one?
Well, they probably were very confused.
They thought that I was bringing out food for somebody else.
or they were probably thinking you were ordering for 2 people.
If I could trade the toast for like some bacon, that'd be a good.
Yeah, the price points just don't match there.
Yeah, 4 pieces of toast. I don't know, like what?
Like you can buy a loaf of bread from your distributor for like 60 cents, of like cheap bread.
It's okay because eggs are like
So-
$4, and I can get a dozen of them for $1.
But you're paying for the experience. That's why you go to a diner.
It's a solid experience
It's
there.
it's comforting.
Yeah, and
Diners have a really
You
nice
pay for the
warm-
experience.
I paid a lot for the experience.
Just to be around me in general. Most people.
Usually,
You
yeah.
were not
usually.
agreeing with you. It's like,
I don't think I've ever paid for the experience at a diner. Every time I'm at a diner, I'm like, oh god, okay, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, is it clean? Because there's a lot of like diners that you go to, you're like, thank God the diner in Penyon's awesome. So we're
Have you ever
lucky
been
here,
to the
but
Hall Diner? That's an awesome place.
that one's cool
amazing.
too.
That's a really solid
But then I've been
place.
to some diners
Marion's
that I'm like,
favorite.
That's one of my favorites.
we need to get out of here now. Like I always tell my girlfriend,
Mhm.
like we're leaving.
How is,
Like,
how is
no
Mary?
thanks. She's good. She got what? Oh god, what's is it? Balayage? Did I say it right? So it's called balayage.
She got the hair
The
treatment.
hair. She like I keep calling her the ice queen.
Where'd she
'cause
go?
She went like plat blonde.
Where'd she go?
Like somewhere in Dundee.
This sounds horrible.
No, this is
What's
awesome.
happening?
yeah, I'm getting really off track right now.
I have no
was
idea what's
just like
happening.
Talking about-
Americana diners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, but I feel you. But like part of like what, even though it's like really cheap and kind of sloppy and greasy food, a lot of times that's what's in diners. But at the same time, I don't care. You kind of want that sometimes. You kind of, and you want the feel of like somebody behind, like, you know,
He's,
yeah, you're
he's
adjusting
adjusting
my
your mic.
microphone.
Literally,
I just,
literally nobody can hear you.
oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, I think
There you
there's
go.
something to be said about even if the food isn't, you know, just like, you know, you're not going to see an Iron Chef or anything like that. You're going to have somebody behind the counter and to sit in a very comfortable space and have some eggs, and they're greasy, and yes, it may make your stomach upset later, but who cares? That's part of the experience. You went to a diner.
Yeah,
and
I just go for Sean's personality.
He's an amazing individual.
He really. I was
He
going to
really
ask him a question about something today, but I didn't get a chance to.
Who's Sean? Is he the
He's the owner.
owner.
of the Penyon Diner?
Yeah,
I don't
good dude.
I
Really
don't-
good dude.
Amazing dude.
I don't get out much, so that's
He does some pretty cool stuff.
He's a straight up guy.
I'll have to meet him. So.
Absolutely,
You don't have to go and eat there.
absolutely.
I don't usually. I know everyone thinks I'm pretty outgoing, but I usually stick to myself. So
No, I don't think you're outgoing at all.
I
I-
don't think so either.
I'm a loner.
You
so
are a loner.
I don't really go and do anything. So
Well,
I got to go meet these people.
Loner's got to be alone.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to introduce me to Sean because everybody talks about how great that place is.
Yeah.
So,
It's
The home
super
fries.
sweet. Yeah.
The home fries.
I think I've been there once,
Corned beef hash there is pretty banging.
and
No.
they
With a little bit of
they had tater tots for breakfast, and you can get me with tater tots every time.
I don't
So-
like tater tots.
they do the tater tots
Are
with
you
the
kidding
with
me?
the eggs and the hollandaise
I don't
sauce.
like-
Yes, that thing.
That's
That
the
that
shit.
was-
thing?
oh my lord!
It was
Yeah.
the breakfast burrito
Whoa.
that has me every single time.
The corned beef hash is really good,
Yeah. Okay.
especially with a little hot sauce.
Yeah. Also, the co-owner Carrie is amazing.
She's
She works-
dynamite.
Definitely.
Love Carrie
Dynamite.
so much, and she works for the Veterans Office and is an incredible person. So they're really, really, really.
She really
good
fights for
friends.
those guys.
Yeah.
And ladies.
For sure, because she's been one of those ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for someone being in that kind of position and really fighting and being super supportive and passionate. Passionate and Carrie and Sean all together, honestly.
I would say both of them kick butt. Ciao.
We say
Penny
amazing things about Jesse all the time like this too. Like Jesse's so
We're
great.
always talking about how great Jesse is.
No, that doesn't happen.
More than you would think.
I hope so.
More than you would think.
I hope so. So, anyways, you had a bone to pick with Phil when we first started too.
Today?
Yeah.
I forgot about the bone.
You wanted to ask me something, and she was going to ask you something.
Oh, what do you want to ask me?
I forgot now.
I want to ask everybody.
Yeah, there was something you had to talk to him
Couple
about on a
things.
personal level.
Oh, that's different.
Like after the show.
They can't be
not,
on the
not
show.
on the
No.
show.
Come
no.
on.
No.
You guys
So
are
listen,
fun.
we all come from different areas, and we're all living here now, which is cool because it's a neat place to be. And I was just wondering, so like for the businesses that shut down here in the wintertime, like do you think that if we had more things going on in the winter for tourists to do, that those businesses would stay open?
No.
No.
It's too damn cold. No one wants to be outside.
But if there was business, like
Well-
if we had something that was actually going to bring people in here, and
Well-
you knew that people were going to walk through your door, would you stay open?
Well, yeah, if you're going to make money, yeah, but you'd have to do, I mean, a lot. I can't even think of it. I mean, everyone struggles in the winter in upstate everywhere.
Yeah.
And also, too, I also think that people like in cities such as like Rochester,
Mhm.
Ithaca, New York City itself, like, you know, who they do come, and that's who the people are who are coming during the summer for a fact. But
Mhm.
even if you had something here, people are so scared of traveling. I can say that, like, yeah, definitely. Like, I think this town has had some influx of people who are trying to get out of the cities. So I think this winter,
Especially
is
right now, yeah.
yeah, with COVID and stuff, it's people are trying to get out of populated areas
Mhm.
that have a higher influx of that stuff. But at the same time, there's nothing. I mean, because of that same thing, we can't do anything that we have a group of people. Like, what are you going to do? You can't have a group of people get together.
I'm going to switch that around because we went up to Rochester yesterday, and we went to the Genesee brewery place, which is an amazing. I love that place. It's so
Mhm.
much fun.
Mhm.
Huge.
Yeah, there's no tastings there. They can't do the tastings there. But the beer is awesome. You have TVs, you have awesome food. Everything was cool. But when we're coming back from Rochester, you know what is it? Is it 332? That strip from the highway through Canandaigua, is that 332?
I don't know. I'm
Well,
not
that
sure.
strip that's coming from the highway from Farmington
Yeah.
into Canandaigua. And we passed by El Diablo. Am I saying that right? Probably not. The Mexican restaurant there.
El Diablo?
Del Diablo. The devil. The devil. I can't
El
think of the
Diablo?
devil. El Diablo. Yes, I can't say it right now.
Diablo.
Diablo.
Blah,
Diablo.
There you go.
But
Diablo.
that place was packed. And that Italian place too. Prosecco. I can't remember. That place
sure.
was packed for there were tons of cars there.
Really?
Excuse me. But when we were going through Canandaigua, that main strip, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp there. There it was like I hardly saw any cars out and about. And I thought maybe it was because of the weather, because the weather was a
Yeah.
little questionable. But those two places that we passed by, those were packed. So I don't know, maybe it's just the population because it's so, like you were saying, there's not a lot of people out here.
Well, I'll tell you, last weekend every place was packed.
Last weekend?
Everything
Everything
everywhere was packed.
slammed.
Oh, you're talking about yesterday though.
I'm talking about last night.
Last night. I don't know about last night. But last week everything was
Hey,
packed.
It was
Here's-
Valentine's Day weekend too.
There's like it comes from like a psychology thing too. Like I was reading an article, who knows if it was good as a business article, but they're saying like during the wintertime, people, and I don't know if it's like comes back from like way back nature, but everyone kind of tends to like stick at home.
Yep.
And they take care of like their family and themselves, and like it, like you almost people almost go into like a protection mode. It's like
Hibernation?
I need to
It's circling the wagons.
yeah, I mean, really, I need
Mhm.
to feed my family. I need to keep my house warm, and
Mhm.
we're going to stay here. We're going to cook. We're going to eat. And then when summer comes, you just feel like people get a lot. I mean, it's like freeing, right? Because you're like, it's warm, it's nice. I can leave without worrying what's going to happen. So I just think no matter what, you're going to see the wintertime's just not going to be good because people would rather stay inside. That's why Valentine's Day, people mentally are like, oh, well, we got to go do something, right? We've been in the house. It's Valentine's Day. Let's go here and do something instead of being in the house all winter. And I think that's why you're going to see that. I mean, last weekend was crazy busy.
Yeah.
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 So there's nothing that you think that we can really do to make this like more fun in the wintertime.
Not the whole time. I mean, you could do little events here and there, but
Yeah.
you'll never keep it
Like
busy
what kind of
enough.
an event do you think would bring people?
Like, I mean, the one that they do up in the Adirondacks at where is it? Where they build that huge ice castle and it lasts like a week, and all the businesses make insane amount of money.
Yeah.
Because they do fireworks and they make an ice castle, and it's all about everyone wants to buy tickets and go. But after that, the town turns it back into a ghost town. And it's hard to keep something. Because
Consistent.
let's say you tried to do that for a month. After about the second week, everyone's going to be like, "This is stupid." Like,
Right.
We're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and even if you change the event, you know, I don't know. There's something to say. It's like subtle's good. It's, you know, so it's like out of or sporadic, you know, just here and there. But
It doesn't even matter if it's like subtle or sporadic. I mean, look at Las Vegas. If you're
That's
there
true.
for over a day, you get bored.
I've never been, so I
Well,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
You
That's
have
bullshit.
all the flashing lights, all the discotheques, you have all the, you know, just casinos, tables, this, that, shows, everything in one day. And after you're sitting at the pool, like trying to have another margarita, like looking at girls in bikinis, it doesn't matter
It's
anymore.
hard.
That
It's very
sounds
hard to
horrible.
do.
No,
I
no,
don't know.
I
no,
mean,
you know, I'm just telling
Also, you can shoot machine guns there.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things you do
No,
in
but-
Vegas.
in 2 days, it's boring. And that's what happens, and that's what you're talking about. It's just like, even if you have just, even on the smaller like realm, if you have an attraction, but that's the thing, it's an attraction. You shouldn't have an attraction. You should have a consistent, you want to go back.
right.
And that's what the town needs. Is like, you want to
Mhm.
keep going there. It's not just a 2-day fling explosion with fireworks and ice castle. It's something that is consistently there. That's awesome, that you always want to go back to, because it feels like a home. It feels like a cool place to go and relax in.
I've never experienced something like that though. I've never experienced something where where I'd always just come back to.
It's hard to find, for
Yeah,
sure.
I know a
my
couple places.
my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to come back there. I guess, but I mean, other than that, like
Well,
honestly,
must be nice.
yeah. Sorry, Phil. I know Hawkeye and you have a toxic relationship, and you got to stay drinking at the Laurentide. So it's tough.
He's getting old.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's funny when every time I call him or
He's 9.
or we're doing anything, I can always hear Hawkeye in the background just whimpering, crying. He's just like he wants to go do something.
He does not like it when I'm on the phone.
I don't know. And I'm like, is this an all day thing? Like, is he always just like crying because he wants
Is
to
this
go
a
outside
dog?
or something? Yeah.
Only when I'm on the phone or if I'm doing a meeting on my computer, he sits and whines the whole time.
Was he,
Yeah, so-
As
was
soon
he like
as
this before, or was it like, was something? It happened so many times where he's just like,
no,
now he's not
just
going to pay attention.
anytime I'm on the phone,
Yeah, no. So when my partner calls, my dog knows. He's half husky, half pit bull. He hears the ringtone, which is specifically for him, and he just goes bananas because he hears the ringtone. He knows
yeah.
when the man is calling,
Huh.
and it just goes nuts. So
That's cute.
yeah.
I have to like leave my apartment so that I can get away from the dog.
It's funny. So
That's crazy.
the attraction. So it sounds like we need to turn this place into. I was gonna think mini Las Vegas, but I don't know.
No,
It's
No.
not gonna
no,
work.
we don't want to be
Now
trash.
that it gets bored after 2 days, it's like it's not good.
Blinky lights don't last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So my friend Gage and I thought about some fun ideas to do during the winter to try to keep people coming around. And the problem was it's not only the people that leave, but a lot of the summer services,
It's
a
gone.
lot of those people leave as well.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of them are actually snowbirds. They just like come
Yeah.
up in the summer. A lot of the people that drive people around and bus people and do all that stuff. So it's like, you take a hit with staff, you take a hit with people. I mean, it's just like everything is dead. And the only thing that could keep people here is money.
Yes,
And the only thing, and to get money,
and that's the only thing keeping people
so
from
it's just
coming
like
here.
one of those things.
It's
like,
a vicious
what
cycle.
are you going to do?
If every
It's not
place,
money,
if
you know?
every place that everybody loves in the summertime just like kept rolling, I bet that we could create that. Get people that just want to keep coming back even in the wintertime because the things that they like are still like, why would you come if you love, a few specific things here? If you love coming, to certain restaurants or, other businesses, why would you come here right now?
Well, yeah, because most people that come here
'Cause you can't go to
They
those.
love the lake.
Well,
Right.
they are.
and
Yeah.
they love the summer and
Yeah.
taking a ride around to the winery. See, that's it. It's like dreary, right? I mean, come on, it's wet, it's cold. There's snow up to your knees. No one enjoys it.
We got snowmobilers, we got ice fishers.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah,
Like, but I think most of them are local.
yeah.
You
I
know?
don't think people come and visit in the winter.
I wonder if it could be a destination for that kind of thing.
It'll be interesting.
Very.
Wait, what'd you say?
I think it could
That
be a good
business is
place.
closed down.
So,
Oh.
like one thing I think that this place could be really good for, which I know I watch a lot of sci-fi, and I don't know if you watch like Stargate SG-1 or any of those things. They're all shot in Canada, right? And it's just like, oh, I had no idea Mars
Ooh.
looked exactly like northern Canada, but like you know, it's just like, that's something that could be done here. This is a big place. We have tons of open spaces, gorgeous sites, and production. I think this would be a great. Again, I've been up since 2 a.m. A great place for production. If production crews, we could get them down here because then we
Yeah.
get the income. We would employ people to be doing, the boom, the cameras. That's also education for them. And it's just really, I mean, the community would just take all the money in if we got people to shoot here.
I'll shoot.
It's Rare Films. Now, I always thought
It's
that
Rare Studios.
I always thought that was going to be a different
This is
kind
a
of
shoot
film
spot.
studio.
IRS.
But we can do normal films too.
We should just stick to
I was
normal
thinking it'd be a
films.
different film.
No,
studio,
we're not
but
going to
Yeah.
do
it's
that.
Rare.
No.
I always kind of thought that too, but
This
I
is-
guess it's
this is
turned
a
out to be
great
pretty
location
clean.
spot.
This is beautiful.
Yes, it was.
So that's just an immediate income and an employment opportunity for so many people here. The second a film crew comes here and starts doing something, and it's gorgeous, and we should, and it'd be the promotion for Keuka Lake. Everybody see how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
It'd bring more tourists, and then also
I'd
all those
never be
people
able to afford a
came-
house.
Yeah, I can't
True.
get a house anymore
we
after
could
that.
do the old
Yeah.
kung fu movies. We don't even have. We'll just like do the bad lip sync. Yeah, and then just have someone talk.
Yes.
over us.
We should do that.
But honestly, if you can promote, it's not my agenda right now, but if you can get production crews to come down here and start doing stuff here
Yeah.
instead of going over to Canada.
We should
which
do
is
that.
like,
We should do that.
You guys should do that.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I've been thinking for a while
Absolutely.
that this year, I know it's been kind of a crazy year, but I'd like to make a documentary
You guys know that
this year.
there is a big time director that lives in the Finger Lakes.
I,
You guys know Eric Hollenbeck?
yeah, no way.
Yeah,
I don't know
Eric's
this.
been to like the Sundance Festival, like had films there.
Yeah, and we got John
Oh, wow.
Travolta, lives right on
Yeah.
Keuka Lake.
No, but this guy actually lives here.
Nicolas Cage. We got Nicolas Cage right here with us.
So I think
Silent Deb.
I'm pretty sure Eric shot a movie here. I think he did like a
Probably.
small indie movie, or I don't know what they call them for sure. But yeah, I know he was looking for actors and everything. They did a lot of the city shots were shot in Rochester, and then anything out, country wise was kind of.
Were you in the movie
around.
too? Because
No.
you're heavily
I wonder what
haunted.
permits we need for this.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know.
Mary's afraid if I'm in the movies that I'll just be too much eye candy, so
I know. Probably.
I'll stay here.
I think
Movies.
I'm gonna start getting fit so that this summer
Yeah.
it can come
Eye
out of
candy.
I'll be like Mark Wahlberg.
You're gonna have
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
a hot girl summer.
What about that guy in Thor? He's sexy. I didn't know there was
Chris
3 of
Hemsworth.
them.
Yeah.
You like long hair, don't you? I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I like Michael
like
Shannon.
every man you think sexy has like longer hair.
Wait, so okay, give me a few.
Let's not.
Let's not
Oh,
do.
you said Keanu Reeves the other night.
Okay.
Oh, Keanu Reeves is
Keanu
hot.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, Chris Hemsworth, a couple people personal life that we're not going to bring up on the show.
Oh,
So anyone with like long
Jeez,
hair,
Jesse.
she was mad at me for cutting my hair because she said that was my best asset I had was when I had long
Yeah.
hair.
Sorry, Jess. Your personality's not as good as your hair.
Yeah,
I was looking
So-
out for you, buddy.
it's something about long hair for her. She likes the.
I like long
There's
hair.
something about Michael.
Hear that, Kevbo?
Kev's gonna stop.
Kevin's not gonna do that. He's gonna like
That
ass.
would be hilarious.
Could you imagine? Just him with just some flow.
That would be awesome. I
Yeah,
hope
no,
so.
I'm
I'm gonna buy Kev a wig and see if
I'm-
he'll wear it.
I approve of this. This is awesome.
He doesn't need to do that.
Like
First
a Joe
off-
Dirt wig.
Oh
Just
my
a good
God.
mullet and nice perm. Yeah, it'll be good.
No, we saw the movie Thor Ragnarok,
Okay.
And I haven't seen any of these Marvel movies whatsoever. And I thoroughly enjoyed this one because it was funny. It was so funny. And when he had long hair, and I'm like, oh no, did they cut his hair? They did cut his hair, and it was short. And I thought it looked fantastic. He's still a sexy man. Then he was like, he didn't have a shirt on for a bit. And Kevin's like, I'm so sorry you have to watch this without a shirt on. I'm like, no, it's cool. I mean, it's great. And then he put the armor back on, and I'm like, what the?
Sorry, this is so inappropriate.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
You
But
need to watch this movie because it's
apparently, I
fantastic.
have to watch this movie.
Yeah, and then isn't there one where he gets like a dad bod? I remember that, where they wanted him to kind of get fat in one of the Thor movies because he like lost his powers, and every like regular dude was like, "See, look, Thor, Thor, it happens." Okay?
He must have a girlfriend.
We went to Thai too many times. Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyway.
The dad bod. So are you saying that guys soften up after they're in a relationship?
That's what
I'm
Phil
saying
said.
that.
Oh, you're
That
saying
is a
that.
fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
I know you know when you're single, you gotta
But I'm gonna stick
up
to
the
my
game,
regimen.
right? Yeah.
You know,
See,
of
Phil's
being
single. Now, if Phil was dating a woman, this whole carnivore thing he could stick to it, but there'd be a lot more lapses in it.
I don't think so.
There'd be a
He
lot
was-
more.
No.
There'd be a lot more of it being a problem.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
think so?
there'd be a lot because it's like, hey, you want to go to dinner? You want to do this? Hey, we're going to see my friends or my family, and they don't have all these. So Phil would have to slowly here and there. He would be like,
It's kind of difficult
Yeah.
socially to
Yeah.
stick to the carnivore diet.
or other. I mean, a lot of diets, I'm sure, are the same. I mean,
No, every other diet, like people make adjustments for every other diet. Every restaurant has vegetarian options, and most of
Vegan.
them have vegan options.
Yeah.
Not a single one of them
No.
I don't
intentionally has a carnivore option.
I don't think I have a vegan option.
Yes. I'm the one that only gets coffee.
Yeah. Like, now I remember.
He's the one. He's the one.
It took a minute, but I got there.
So you're saying once you're in a relationship, Phil's gonna soften up,
Yeah, he'll add 10, 15 pounds,
probably 15.
and he'll be happy.
No, he will.
he'll smile more.
You think he'll smile more?
Yeah,
No.
his skin will glow.
Well, yep.
Yeah,
There'll
You
be
don't
a-
think
there'll
I'm
be a-
glowing?
No. There'll be
You
a
don't
tw-
think I'm glowing?
No.
there's like an aura about people who
I
are
think
in
you're
love.
glowing.
Yeah, I'm in love, right? Yeah, you're like, you got that aura, that happiness.
There will be a twinkle in your eye.
Yeah.
You
There's
don't
like-
think I'm twinkly?
There's nothing twinkly
You're
about
not
you, sweetheart.
twinkly.
I feel pretty twinkly.
the only
There's
thing,
no-
the only
no
thing you
twinkles.
love
There's
is
no
a dog.
twinkles.
Yeah, but he's a great dog.
Well, he
is a great dog,
He's
yeah,
a good dog. Yeah,
yeah.
but when you love a woman, they'll be.
I
like
love
more
America.
twinky.
Nope,
Twinkle.
not the
I
same
love-
love, dude.
Yeah.
Not the same love. Nope.
I love Lamp.
What? Did you say lamp?
I-
What's
I
lamp?
guess we missed.
What's
lamp.
lamp?
I don't know what lamp is. It's like a lamp. I don't know. A shade lamp.
Oh, is that code word for something?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look it up.
You love lamp? Like lava lamp?
Good.
I don't get it.
One other
It's-
person in this room has seen
You
Anchorman.
look at this- Oh,
I just totally pulled a Steve Carell.
loved lamp.
Yeah, it's Anchorman. Sorry.
I remember Anchorman, but I guess I don't
It's
remember.
like, have you ever been in love? It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I love,
yeah.
I
one
love
of
Lamp.
the one of the random thing. Oh, so it goes in the movie Anchorman: Legend of Ron Burgundy. The news anchors were
What's
talking
it
about
like?
love. The special needs weatherman named Brick, who throughout the movie tries to fit
Good
in
call.
with normal society, starts talking about love and saying he loves random things. One of which was, "I love lamp." So that's where "I love lamp" comes
It
from.
was a fantastic quote.
This is what I deal with every week.
Oh, stop.
I drop some solid jokes and then they just meet me with a straight face. Like they've got no idea what I'm talking about every week.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Phil. We don't watch the movies you watch. And
No, okay. So, for instance,
I
like,
love
right?
lamp.
I don't really watch many movies.
You never watched Anchorman?
No, I
Jesus.
don't. I
How-
don't really
when did
watch
that come
movies.
out? That came out like,
Like 2005 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know.
in
It's a great
2021.
movie.
It's also long
I
ago.
watch Sports Center and sports. Like that's it. I watched The Last Dance with Michael Jordan 5 times in a row. So much that my girlfriend said if I ever played it again in the house, she would leave it.
Well, maybe you should have watched it
So-
4 times and then watched Anchorman.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe instead of watching The Last Dance, I'll watch that.
When he's saying Last Dance, I was thinking he was saying Save the Last Dance.
No.
I'm like, you'd watch that?
No. Last
He
Dance.
loves chick flicks.
He does.
I do love some of the sappy chick flicks.
Which,
They're
like
pretty
which
good.
ones?
Anything with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Stop it.
I watched I like The Notebook. Notebook's a good movie.
Do you cry?
No. I don't cry.
tear up?
The one where the guy sings Galway Girl.
You know the last movie I cried during was I Am Legend. And
Oh no.
Oh, the dog died, right?
Dude.
dude,
Right.
Dog died.
that hurt.
I've never saw that. But
How dare they kill the dog?
well,
Did you see the
somebody has
movie?
to die.
Bullshit. Yeah.
The dog becomes a zombie.
Dude, he has to,
Yeah.
No.
it's like Hawkeye saves you from a zombie. Hawkeye turns into a zombie, and then you got to choke your own dog out
Oh,
and
I don't
kill it.
want to watch that.
No, that was tough. I'm like
no.
watching it, and I'm like, this hurts. Like, because I have a German Shepherd that I love, and he's
Yeah.
like choking out this German
And he
Shepherd.
would become
And
a
killing him.
zombie.
Yeah, so.
Oh, thought I was gonna watch this.
And
now I
then
don't wanna watch
every
this.
once in a while, my dog will do something. I'll be like, you know what? If you turn into a zombie, it probably could fucking choke you. So,
So you know that? Okay, so this is really embarrassing, but the movie that makes me like I have two the Waterworks movies. One, of course.
Waterworld. Kevin Costner.
I love Kevin
I love
Costner.
Kevin Costner
Love
so much.
Kevin
oh, it's
Costner.
because he has long hair in that movie, Marianne. I wonder. Jesus Christ!
Sorry,
Webbed
Waterworks.
feet as well.
Web feet. And like gills.
I'm sure you like the Robin Hood movies in too.
First off, that was a great movie.
He's
as
like,
well.
look, I've got a jar of dirt. And you're like,
And
"Great."
Christian Slater was in that movie as
Oh,
well.
Christian Slater.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Christian Slater.
Sorry, we cut you off. I just had
Waterworks.
It was
Oh.
long hair.
No
So,
problems. I love Kevin Costner for no reason. He's like mayonnaise of men. Like, why do you love him so much? He's so bland, but you
is.
still love him
Tangy.
so much.
Did you start watching? Wait. No. Have you started watching Yellowstone yet? Did you?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
I want to know what turns on the Waterworks.
Yeah, we'll never get to the Waterworks.
There's
We'll-
two
we're
of
never
them.
getting
There's
to
two
it.
movies.
Okay, 2 movies.
Like without fail, never ending story. The second that Horace gets into the seeps of like depression, what his name like
Yes, I can't remember. I haven't seen it in so long. But
I
I know what you're
remember.
talking
You're
about.
talking- yeah, but he's trying to like
Yeah.
"Hey, you know, oh my god, it's Waterworks. And then oddly enough, all the Pixar movies make me cry a lot, and the biggest one is definitely Finding Nemo. I could still cry my eyes out.
Really?
The beginning, they start in the beginning. They
Yeah,
make you cry.
That's pretty rough. Yeah.
They cried the beginning. Up? Did you watch that?
No,
right at the
Up's pretty rough. Yeah, I almost.
Right at the beginning.
See you, Phil. It was nice knowing you.
He's like, I don't want to talk about.
You know,
Movies that make you
I've
cry.
cried once in my life.
Don't
and
take
I
out
don't
that
want to
lamp.
talk about it.
You love lamps.
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
Oh, God.
I have to watch this.
Oh,
I can't think of the last
Have you ever
movie.
seen the movie Up?
I think I have, but
It's
I
pretty
just wasn't
sad,
that
like,
into it.
It's like the old man loses his wife, and then
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
dogs, so you love it. Like his best
Yeah.
friend is the golden retriever.
and he's an
Yeah.
idiot.
The
You gotta love
dog is an idiot.
Yeah, all
Oh.
dogs are idiots. That's why you love them.
I
That's why you're sad when they die, because there's nothing more innocent and stupid than a dog. Like every person over the age of 18 has done something that you're like, they probably should have died for something they've done. But you can't think about a dog like that. You're like, what has he done? He's just stupid. He doesn't, and he's cute.
So now I
But
can
they're
remember.
also very. So the thing also too, besides their innocence, is their loyalty,
Oh,
True.
And, like,
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
and that's why you're so attached to them, because it's that innocence that. Dumb, you come home, you could have done whatever you did that day. You walk in the door, you're like, I'm so happy to see you. You're like, nobody else does that except for your
Yeah,
dog.
Mary definitely doesn't. do
She's
that.
just like, you're back. It's great.
No, yeah. No.
That's awesome. I'm gonna.
Mary's never been that excited to see me that she pees on the floor a little and starts jumping and shaking around. Yeah.
We're talking about the dog, right?
Yeah, that's what the
Okay.
dogs do. That's what I'm saying. Your girlfriend never that excited to see you. So.
I totally thought you were talking about a human.
I thought you were
No.
talking about Mary.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
that's not
No,
nice.
the dog. That's what the dogs do. They get all excited.
I left my house for a couple days to go, like, just out of town or whatever. It's 2 days. Came back, got into the house, got down because my dog was running circles around me. I got down to try to calm him down. He lifted his leg and he peed on me.
He loves you.
That's fighting.
That's what I
terms.
got for you.
He's just like,
Pee on you.
he's like, don't go again. You're my territory.
That means that's a fight. Yeah.
It's a fight.
My dog and I just go home, and if we lock eyes, we fight. That's what we do. We just wrestle.
Yeah, I always like to touch my dog's front paws and just like fuck with him because he's like
Yeah.
Well, I
I don't know, he does that thing.
I'm not going to be weird or like gender based, but I definitely think that dogs do have much more of an attachment to male
Guys?
figures.
Hmm.
Yeah, like my dog definitely attached to my dude, and he's the one who wrestles with him. He does the playful, it's the second. I mean, he wants him to come home. He wants to be around him. There's some masculinity to it in a lot of
They
ways.
they love dominance.
Well, yeah, because he's the one who wrestles with him.
I think it's a lot of it's just a rough play because
Yep.
there's nothing more like I'll know when my dog's like wants to fight because he'll just like hop up and look at me. I'll be like, don't even do it. And he'll like get closer and look at me. I'll be like, I run this house, and it always goes down. And Mary will just be like, she'll like come out of the kitchen. I got the dog in a headlock, and he's like jumping everywhere. The cat's freaking out. Like, what the hell's going on?
Do you get an arm in there?
Yeah. I try.
Yeah,
to.
you got to get arm in
and
there.
then
You
I
triangle
tell
choke
Mary
him?
to make him tap out. I was
Did you ever
like,
triangle
it was
choke
like,
him?
is he tapping? And she's like, let the goddamn dog go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I have more fun screwing around because Mary gets mad when we wrestle, and she always ends up getting hurt. She'll like start like poking me, like wrestling me, and no matter what happens, she always gets hurt. Like, and half the time, she like if she ends up on the floor, I try to pick her up, and if I touch any part of her hair when I lift her up, it's over.
I feel like I don't know if we should be talking about this.
It's
Are we talking about Mary or dog?
Mary, like my girlfriend. Like, come on, you know when you and your spouse are like poke each other
Jesus.
and messing
No,
around.
I don't poke Kev.
No,
I don't need to do that.
Oh.
But I don't do any of that.
I don't know. Okay,
We're
I guess
also
it's just
we're
us.
also older than you.
Yeah, I guess it's just
us.
us that get into random wrestling matches in the house. Yeah. I don't know. With clothes on, Phil, stop it.
No.
No, we're older. We get into psychological stuff.
Is that what it is
Yes,
now?
that's what it is.
That hurts way more. Far more effective. It really just.
That's so true because no one's doing this. We're too old to do this.
No,
but
I'm
we'll
just
do
like,
it
I'm just gonna be
verbally.
like, yeah,
And then he's like,
Right.
what are you doing? What's going on? What did you do? And that's what happens. Yeah, this is what happens when you're in your 30s/40s.
Because you break easier, so you're more probably pliable. So you can like get into wrestling match. Now
Yeah.
I'm just like, what if something gets broken? Like,
What if something gets
Insur-
broken?
insurance.
How am I
is
going to
expensive.
explain this in the
Yeah, and like
emergency room?
dental insurance is expensive. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to do this, so I'm just going to stand across the room from you and try to destroy your life by speaking. That's what you do when
See, we're not angry when we wrestle. It's like fun and happy. I don't know. This sounds angry.
We'll talk about this when you calm down.
No, see, the only time stuff gets broken in our house is when we're drunk. And this one, if she's watching, she's gonna be pissed. So she was actually mad. We were like in the heat of the moment, drunk. Actually, we got back from the wine bar and we're like making out. And I like go to push her up against like this our like pantry door.
Okay.
And it goes bam, and through the pantry door we go. And she goes, "What the fuck did you do?" And I go, I thought it was being hot. I thought it was like hot. I was gonna push you into the door. And she's like, "Now you gotta fix the door's gotta be fixed. The animals are in the pantry." And I'm like, "Jesus, let me put my shirt back on and fix the pantry door." Like that ruined the entire night.
So you're just saying when you leave the Water Street Wine Bar,
Things get
good things happen afterwards.
No,
I gotta, every time someone leaves, people leave happy.
door still isn't fixed. No, it's not.
Just gotta promote that more.
Anyways,
Promote it.
shout out to Blue Cross Blue Shield. We are all in need of your services, and we thank you very much.
So Jesse was in the moment, not Mary. Come on, Mary. We get you in the moment. We'll see you Thursday. Can you fix the door before Thursday? That's great.
She's still mad about the door. She like looks at the door and she looks at me and just shakes her head. Like, daily.
Shout out to Excellus. Thank you.
Guardian.
What's wrong, Phil? You never
Shout out to Allstate.
Matar.
Yes.
I'm going to do a free shout out to William Matar. I love your commercials. You're amazing.
888.
Wait, no.
Is it eights?
So
They don't pay for money on this.
Okay, I didn't say the last 2 digits,
Yes.
so you're gonna have to guess
Okay.
what those are.
Yeah.
So I think this
Two.
is, I swear to God, because it's one of those things like I actually now just say as a saying, I'm like, Bajar, when something goes wrong because his name is so funny. And he actually like makes fun of himself in his commercials. They're really great.
Sorry.
He just kind of mocks himself. And I'm just like, that's really a good way to do it. I can tell that you have a sense of humor. If I do get in a car accident, sure, cool. But I actually just use them as an expletive. But I'm just like, if something bad happens to my dad, I'm like, Bajar.
Well, maybe I
Sound
think-
like a pirate.
Yeah,
What's-
it is.
What's the one with the guy that's always destroying shit? Is that the Allstate one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the guy's like
chaos,
Chaos.
or is
Oh,
it chaos?
something like that.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually has like a degenerative disease for his face.
Does he?
that's, Yeah, that's why.
Is it? It's mayhem.
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 Yeah.
That was mayhem that happened in the house. That's what
Oh,
that was. It was
yeah,
that
Mayhem showed
guy.
up.
He like
I
he like
miss-
unscrewed a couple like screws in the pantry door and just. fell
Is that
in.
what you yell around the house? Man.
Yeah,
I
no,
miss
oh, shit.
mayhem commercials.
You just
Those
get
are
some
the
longer
best.
screws, Jesse. Just throw some deck screws in that sumbitch. It'll be
Dude,
ready to go.
Dude, this pantry door was
Is it mangled?
feeble. It was not very, it's like one of those little sliding doors that has just a little like ball lock in it.
Oh.
And so like just enough pressure pushed on the center, it was dead. Like
What?
done.
That-
Yeah.
You gotta aim better.
I-
Like you gotta plan.
Next time I'm gonna find a stud.
Yes.
And I'm gonna push her into a stud.
Get out the stud finder. Be like, "Boop."
I'll be like, yeah, there you always got to stud find yourself. So
Yeah, I have a crack in my sliding
it
door.
always lights up whenever I put it on me. The stud
It's-
finder
Oh my
Oh.
god.
lights up.
Man.
Swear to God.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So you have a crack in your door? Sliding door?
Yeah, the with the ice and the snow, and my dog being who he is, he doesn't know how to slow down when he's in a full gallop
Oh.
and just full force, just
Oh.
right into the door, trying to come in
Oh.
from the
Your
backyard.
dog cracked the door.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a whack.
he's got a thick skull.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a husky pit.
Yeah,
Do you have a picture? I want to see. What is the name?
blue.
Flea?
My
No,
dog
I
wouldn't even
couldn't
notice.
say it.
Stop talking about me. Sorry, darling. Oh,
Hey, hold on, I'll
we'll,
get a
leave,
picture up.
Talking about me. Mary, you're the best.
we'll leave the hot and heavy stuff for
Next time.
next
Next
time. Or on Phil's OnlyFans account.
Oh, it's a cute puppy.
It's
he's
rare
like
OnlyFans.
Loving
We should
the snow because
make one,
it's husky.
dude.
Husky.
Yeah.
I've
And
never
sell the
seen
most
that.
random shit on there.
That's nice.
Like a used coffee cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a ton of used shit that I could sell.
Are we back to this again?
Yeah, our
The used stuff?
OnlyFans.com.
Uh,
Yeah. It's
Who's-
rare.
is this
OnlyFans.
another form of Etsy?
No.
Yep.
So
Yep.
OnlyFans is
Yep.
like where
It
women
is.
sell pictures of their feet and weird stuff to dudes. And
Could you just do that?
yeah.
Could you just take pictures of your feet and let's just see if anyone purchases them?
Why are you always talking about my feet
She-
on the
she
show? It's like
does.
every week she brings up my
She
feet.
does.
I don't.
I mean, every week I do.
I know
bring up
they're like really
OnlyFans.
they're great feet.
See?
They're
You
great
have stuff
feet.
I'm
too.
new here. I'm not going to comment.
I'm just hoping we do an OnlyFans.
Silent Deb.
account. That's
Yes.
You want to do that?
Silent
Let's
Deb.
just do it. What would you sell? Your hair?
I don't know.
Your
Maybe
hair
like an
clippings?
armpit hair. Bet you someone would buy that.
So-
Nope.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody.
Or yeah, an eyelash. I don't know. You sell
A lot of weird stuff out there.
I would
Yeah.
sell a used Q-tip.
That's disgusting.
You're saying armpit hair.
Yeah, I keep my armpit hair cleanly.
All right, let's see. Let's see your armpit hair then.
There's lots of clothes under here.
We're supposed to wax you.
That's true. We're still
Oh. Months ago.
This summer,
Mary,
this
Mary.
summer we're waxing.
here's your chance.
Why?
Mary, we gotta wax his chest.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
So if you ever Google Jesse, there is a picture of him where he's slightly he used to have buttons all the time, but then he would unbutton them, and there's like so much hair, and there was a little nipple. Was there a nipple or no?
I don't.
This is before I actually
Are
got
we
to.
offline now?
No, he's just looking up
Oh, okay.
Jesse Jane. And they're images. You have no
Are
images,
they,
buddy.
they can't still news. Yeah, probably. They're not still there.
There he is. There's no hair. There's no hair.
That's fresh shaven Jesse.
What is that tattoo?
That's it's Latin. It means friends.
We hope so.
That's what he thinks it means.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's that was me in my prime there.
Wow.
Yeah. Gross.
Images
No,
subject
I
to
just-
copyright.
No, it's totally fine.
Gross.
I don't judge.
He still has it on Instagram, so he hasn't deleted it.
I don't have Instagram. It was Twitter.
You know, oh, it's on Twitter.
That was Twitter. Yeah.
Is it Twitter or Tinder? Twitter.
No, I don't. I've never used Tinder. It's Twitter.
I'm
No, it's
shocked.
Twitter.
I never used Tinder.
No.
Jesse doesn't need it.
The women come and find me.
Yeah.
Need
They
to go
hunt
look
him
You're
down.
for 'em.
You're right. I'm
So,
sorry. They hunt you down.
That picture on Twitter didn't need a Tinder. That was it. That was the one.
When
So-
when he's single, he's like single for like hours.
Does he have a current girlfriend right now?
Yeah, it's married.
That's her yelling.
Oh my
the
god,
whole
yeah.
time.
Oh my god.
He's the one that
okay,
wants
so-
us to stop talking
yeah,
about
I
it.
know, I'm just like
But we have to start talking.
I know,
about
just like talking about like I don't need Tinder. I'm just like some chick is gonna be on here right now. Just, just like, oh no, you know. You are digging. Like, you got the shovel. You're just like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
dig the hole deeper.
She loves it.
It's pretty deep.
It is deep.
The hole.
The hole.
The
Phil,
shovel.
are you good?
Yeah, you know,
Do you want to talk about cool tattoos?
Oh yeah.
All right, what's your cool tattoo?
I have a tattoo of a sun on my back.
Can I see it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh my god, we're
She's
gonna
got a tramp
take
stamp?
off the clothes.
She's got a tramp
take
stamp?
off
No,
the clothes.
no, it's
Mary
not.
Ann.
It's not a tramp stamp. It's this guy. Wait, hold
The
on.
viewer comes slowly.
Mustang
Ding, ding,
Sally.
ding, 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 ding.
Not bad.
guess
I like
you
it.
better slow that
So I got
Mustang
that
down.
tattoo when I was a freshman in college, and I broke up, or my high school boyfriend and I broke up.
Ooh, breakup tattoo.
It was a breakup tattoo.
Ooh.
And I was 18 and I always wanted a sun because I love the sun, right? So that is painful, by the way. Tattoos are painful.
The
Hence, I
sun?
only have
Oh.
one. So there was one day I was back in my house from college and I was laying on my stomach and my dad's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh shit, I never told my parents." I'm like, "Oh, it's a fake tattoo." And he's
Did you
like,
say it was one of those like ink? Because that's
Does
what I
he
did
think
every time.
still? Does he think? Oh, you just kept
he
like
called-
buying the
he-
same
he
one
called-
over and over.
He called my bullshit. He's like, "That's real," and I know it. Stop it. I'm just like, I felt like a little kid. I still feel like a little kid when my parents call me out on stuff. I'm just like, I'm 37 years old, but I still feel like I'm 16 at times. It's really weird, but
Mhm.
I like my tattoo. What's your tattoo?
I have a lot.
Oh, you do?
I'm not gonna lift my shirt, but I have a full back piece,
Oh,
which is all like spiritual and yogic and stuff. But then I have 2 Phil Collins tattoos on either side of my body.
Nice.
Oh.
That's awesome.
that is really cool.
Phil
So you
Collins
want to hear
tattoos.
like one of the best quotes because I finally actually got to see him. He played at Madison Square Gardens, and so when I was up, that's the only thing I knew how to play on the drums.
Yeah,
I can do that. Only thing I can do on the
that's
drums.
sweet.
Anyways, but I was like up in the corner, way like top row, like way out, but it didn't matter. I was just like everybody was singing along. It was amazing. I went down. So this is the funniest. Like this is why I love New York to the core. I went down because I was trying to go to see him because I just had to meet Phil Collins. He's like an idol to me, and I was just like, I gotta see him. I gotta see him. I get to the security guard, and I'm just like, well, you know, blah blah blah, trying to talk him into letting me in to go see him. And he's like, you don't have VIP, you don't have this, blah blah blah. I'm like, what if I told you I have not 1 but 2 Phil Collins tattoos? He's like, well,
We're
like,
gonna have to call the police.
no,
Yeah, you're definitely not coming within 100 feet of him.
no, totally right. No, but his response was amazing. He's just like, well, I got a couple New York Yankees tattoos. They don't let me on the field. And I was just
Well, they
like,
should.
I was just like, well played, sir.
Well said. Well said.
So, yeah, this lady, get her out. Like,
Nice.
Jesse,
Awesome.
Jesse, you have how many tattoos?
8,
How many
8?
people? How many people have tattoos of you?
I think 3.
Yeah,
What? 3
2 people?
What?
Maybe? Yeah.
of you?
Of you?
Yeah. Like
Why?
Your parents?
a meaning of me? Yeah. Not like my face. Yeah.
Were they teenagers when they did
I
this?
don't
or-
understand.
No. It's just like I'm one of those. I'm just that people need to remember.
it's just
me.
a special dude.
Yeah, just a special.
Did
guy.
you get yours so
You
that you
are
could
like
always
Phil
remember that
Collins.
boyfriend that you broke up with?
I got that because I've always wanted a tattoo. And when I was dating this guy, he was just like, "Oh, tattoos are so bad. They're whatever." And I'm
you were
like,
rebelling.
I was. I like to rebel.
Yeah.
I've
Literally,
down a
people
lot.
have gotten tattoos of you.
No, not in my face.
I was like, what?
No, so
We're still on that.
This tattoo, the tattoo on my chest, like, is a tattoo my friend and I got together. So he was going over to Iraq when it was like hot and heavy over there and crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, let's do a best friend tattoo. I'm like, sweet, let's do it. So we did. He got like best in Latin, and I got friends, and we put our high school football numbers on our chest, and yeah. There you go.
Couples tattoo.
Girls
Yeah, it was.
girls get best friend necklaces.
I love that he
Jesse
wanted to
gets
kick me out of the room
tattoos.
for Phil Collins. He's like, I got high school football on, like, tattooed on it. Just like,
Just a
really?
number.
You wanted me out of the room?
I got. It's just 55 in Latin. That's all.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's not
you
too
got to
bad.
do what you like. That's what it is.
Well, I hope so. Otherwise, you don't want to put your spouse's name on there because it's just not going to work out sometimes.
My first tattoos
That's
were
a kiss of death.
Yeah, it's a kiss
horrible.
of death.
My first tattoos are horrible. They're the
Horrible?
ones on my triceps. They're my initials. They say JJ.
Oh.
And I remember my dad, like, what, you think you're going to forget your name? Like, you need your initials. And he's like, and you can't even fucking see them.
No, I want the people behind me to know who I am.
And he's like, that is stupid. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Your
I
dad,
mean,
your dad's great.
Maybe it was Dad. I don't know. But
dad's
you
great.
have pirate earrings in and you're 50. So let's not talk about it. My mom goes, oh, shit. Like,
Johnny Depp, who also
Bam.
has long hair in
Both
that
good
movie,
points.
is also very sexy as well.
He wears too many ornaments.
In that movie, though, he can wear as many ornaments as he wants.
You know what?
Where's eye makeup?
I want.
That's it's still good.
What do you
That's
guys,
okay.
what do you guys think about the hanging, like, sword earrings and the, like, hanging cross, right? Yeah, I want one of those earrings.
Earring?
You want a long earring?
Yeah, hell yeah.
like what we have right here?
Yeah,
It's a long
I
earring.
mean, kind of, yeah. But, like, you know how, like, Johnny Depp always wears those, like, long, like, dangly earrings?
Yeah,
Sure.
he's into accessories.
Yeah. What do you think, Phil? Do you like it?
No.
He's
No.
not wearing any accessories.
You got to get like bandanas, wrapped
like
around,
Rob Lowe.
scarves.
Do I
Like
look like I
Rob
would like
Lowe
that?
back in the day. Like that kind of earring.
Rob Lowe.
Okay, he's gonna look this up because
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
important.
It should be important.
Are you-
Men
can you get one
accessories.
with like a feather on it?
Yeah.
Oh, the feather.
I was telling Mary about it, and Mary's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. She's always down for everything. She's like, you can look like an idiot, and I'll laugh with everyone. So there you go. Like that. Like, yeah.
I love it that you keep bringing up Mary
Oh,
after she said not to.
Was he in Lost Boys?
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Jesse.
that
do
right
that.
there. What do you think, Phil?
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And a
Yeah.
feather. You should get a feather.
Feather.
No, the feather earrings?
You have to have the haircut with it though too. I
Yeah,
really like
the
that.
mullet.
You gotta.
If you're gonna have a
bring
feathered
back the
earring,
flow.
yeah, you have to have feathered hair if you're gonna have the feathered earring.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just do it for Halloween once or something.
How about you just do it now? Every day can be
How long is it
Halloween.
gonna take you?
So what we're gonna do is wax my chest. I'm gonna grow my flowing hair, and I'm gonna get that earring, and we're gonna unveil the new
You're gonna be
Jesse.
just like Rob Lowe.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to be Rob Lowe?
Sure.
Okay.
He's not a bad looking dude.
No, you just have to say literally every 2 seconds.
Does he say literally a lot?
A lot.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like literally?
Literally.
Like literally.
Okay, literally.
Get started today.
What feels like what happened to my show? I worked so hard and these people just destroy it.
I'm so sorry.
No, I blame it. I blame it on the beverages. The beverages, and Jesse's drinking his sparkling water, which I'm really surprised you drink Pellegrino. I love Pellegrino.
From
You
Italia.
don't prefer the Perrier. You like the
No.
Italian water better than the French water.
I do. I like the Pellegrino a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, so what topic did you want to talk about? Since we derailed your show, what is a topic you want to speak about?
Well, we've never done this for him.
Oh,
What?
What do you want to talk about? Why don't you tell me about your day, honey?
I just want to talk. I just can't. I can't even talk about you guys.
How was work? Was it good?
You can't really talk.
I don't
about
even want
work.
to talk about it right now.
No
What are you making for dinner?
meat.
I'm talking to him like this is what
Yeah.
this is what I do for Mary every time she comes in. I'm like, hey, how was work, honey?
I'm having lamb for dinner.
And then I'm like, hey, what are you making for dinner? And I'm like, and then I go, do you want to hang out? And she'll go, no. And I'll go, okay. So I can just do whatever. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar. Sure. I'm like, okay. I'm just kidding. I know you are. And then she goes upstairs and like showers, and then just goes about. She just like completely ignores me, even though she knows I'm like trying to press buttons. She's just like, nope. Like, go on.
Huh.
Mary
Yeah.
should write a book about
Yes.
dating you.
So I'm gonna ask Phil, because he doesn't get this kind of thing on the podcast.
I'm gonna have lamb.
So you're gonna have lamb tonight.
I actually had
Yeah.
lamb for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Well,
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did.
Yeah.
I had a parfait.
Did you?
I ate it right in front of you.
Wow.
What kind of lamb did you
That's
have?
your dinner?
I have
It's
no
my-
idea.
it's my
It
lunch.
was
Or my
like I
breakfast.
bought it at
Oh.
Morton's, or what is that
Morgan's?
place? Morgan's.
Morgan's, yeah.
Thank you. Morgan's. Yeah, and then I just chopped it up and make some Indian food spices and stuff like that. And I don't eat breakfast.
Turmeric.
Like, oh yeah, no, I have
Ooh.
bags of turmeric at
Turmeric.
home. It's one of the best things for you ever.
I have it in my
Oh.
coffee.
Gross.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
That's
I make
kinda-
Turkish coffee with turmeric in it.
Turmeric has a weird
That
might
flavor
actually be
for
good.
coffee, bro.
It's amazing.
Tasty. It's tasty.
You had some and you liked it.
Oh, did you put turmeric in it that time?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know you put the turmeric in that one. I
I
thought
s-
we just had regular
Mm,
whatever coffee.
yeah.
What's it called again?
Shows you for thinking.
Turkish.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so anyways, what
Cute.
would you like? What would you like to talk about today, Phil?
But
Yeah.
I tried to talk about it. Wanted to just see what we thought we could do to, like, what would be cool stuff to do in Penyan.
Cool stuff. To
Like
do,
how
and, yeah.
what could we do to like kick it up a notch, bring this place to the next level?
we should put a bid in for the Olympics.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
No.
no,
Yeah.
Yes.
it destroys towns.
X Games.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
wrong
no.
with Lake Placid? I love
No,
Lake
no,
Placid.
I love Lake Placid, but I also love Vancouver. I also love like all these other places that they come in, they build all this stuff and then they go. And it becomes kind of a ghost town and all these things that can't be maintained, and the city is
Yeah,
trying
we could
to
have a real
maintain.
football stadium.
I mean, you get an influx. That's to me, and this is my opinion. Like, you can disagree with me, but the Olympics is short term. It's a huge influx right away,
Right.
and then it's just like poof, you become the ghost town again. But you have all these buildings you can't maintain. You have like
an
apartments.
expense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
But a lot of people still go there and go to visit it and take tours and play and do things there. Like when I'm at Lake Placid, I see a lot of people, especially during the winter, like everything's running from the Winter Olympics. Like,
right.
Yeah.
So Lake Placid worked out almost like, just look at the statistics of the cities of where the Olympics have been and what happened to the towns that they came to, everything that was built and what they had to maintain after everybody left.
they'll have to look at
Yeah,
it.
no, and so Lake Placid did luck out, and I give you that for sure. But
Right.
like, it's just it becomes a ghost town right after, and all the prices went up. It helps the community for
Short term.
short term.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a short term.
What if we had like one of these like ongoing Ren fairs or something like that? Like what they do up in Sterling, where
A Renaissance fair.
yeah,
Are you-
I've never been to that.
You just really want to dress up, don't you?
I think he does.
Oh my god, how come we don't have a medieval times? That'd be
I wear a kilt all the time.
What would you dress up
I
as?
just wear a kilt,
That doesn't count.
shirtless.
That's not medieval.
What if he had a sword?
Yeah, it is.
You just can't wear a kilt and call it medieval.
With cool it, ladies. Talking about my sword over there.
You wear
It's a family show.
wait, correction. You don't wear underwear underneath the kilt, right?
This is
You're
a
not,
family show.
You're not supposed to, right?
This is a family
Right.
show.
It's just right.
So you can't just wear a kilt and be medieval. You got to do something. Paint some Braveheart face paint. I don't care.
Badass.
No, it's no.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run
No,
into battle.
You know why you like that movie? Because he's got long hair too. So that makes sense.
There was a romantic scene.
It all
there was
comes
a
back
romantic
together.
It's long hair.
No, I'm just saying. Look at you.
Rob Roy.
You look at these
Rob Roy.
places that do that, and they're like always. People always want to go there.
So
those,
what if,
those towns always have an influx
So-
of people.
are you talking about the replication of like battles and things like that?
No, I'm
or-
talking about having like
A Renaissance fair is what you're talking.
yeah, or even if it's just like a one-off, just a festival. But if we just had like a big,
And you know how to
I'd love
build.
to have an Irish festival
You know
here.
how to
We could
build
do
a
the hell out of
trebuchet
that. I do. We should have a trebuchet competition
with pumpkins
with pumpkins.
and watermelon,
Yeah.
and maybe
pineapple.
a person we don't like.
Should we launch them into the lake?
The person that we don't like.
The person we don't
I was
like
hoping we'd launch him on the land,
I-
but
on the land is a good idea.
yeah, but people we like.
Can we use the
lake.
distillery for the trebuchet competition?
Yes.
Yes.
There's not enough parking up there.
Yo, well,
Yeah.
we can make it work.
Okay.
There's land.
There's
There's
land.
lots of land.
We'll deforest it.
Okay, so getting back into
Reality?
reality.
This is real. We're gonna do it.
No.
No, I'm totally into kills.
You haven't
all
even
that
seen
kind
my trebuchet yet,
of-
Or
Nice.
his kilts.
And it-
or my sword.
You have a sword?
Anyway, so
Did you name your sword? I just want to know.
I'm sure everybody.
Every good sword has a name.
oh my
Excalibur.
god. Okay.
Wait, what's your name, Jesse?
No, not like the Scottish
I don't have
Festival
a
in
sword.
Dundee. Way cooler.
Okay, so let's talk about actual like production. I think film production could be a huge thing that could happen here in
Ooh.
Penn.
Can we have a film festival?
Yes. So that exactly.
Yeah,
so that could be.
that would be cool.
I've got the perfect place.
Where?
Right? Like there's
The bottom
tons
of the
places,
18th
like-
Amendment. This isn't very big.
No, but like out in a field, like where you put up the films, like an independent film festival, people who are local or like around the New York area. So it's in the New York State Film Festival is what we could call it. And then we have it out in the field. People send in their films. And also too, we could have like here within Penn Yan, it's gorgeous. And that's what we all talk about, how beautiful it is here. And it is cheap for people to come in. We get everybody who is here as a local working on production. So everybody has jobs working on a film. So then they feel really happy about the film that's being made. So we just need to get crews being here making films, which wouldn't actually be too hard because, I mean, we have this space. It's cheaper probably.
It's a nice
than,
place to be.
But
Yeah.
do we change the so the problem is, and it's a big problem for people that have lived here forever, people don't like the draw of people that come here. They don't,
That's true.
because they don't understand the way of
We
life.
bitch about it every summer.
They
It's
don't
like there's
understand the
traffic.
way of life around here. They don't understand the hunting, and they don't understand the country feel. So if you bring this in and all of a sudden you turn us into a small little Colorado town that is now no longer what it was, and now it's just like,
We don't want to be Ithaca.
right, yeah,
No.
that's what's going to happen.
Right.
That's what it's
Well-
going to turn
well,
into
the-
is a big, like,
okay.
because this is, I mean, everyone votes red here. So
Okay.
everyone has the
Not,
Republican.
no,
so-
not everybody.
Can I
Most.
respond to in that? And like, because I honestly, I am not a rich person by any means. And I think people really mistook me when I moved here. I've worked and scrapped and saved and done everything from bare bones to be where I am to do what I'm doing here now. And I also want to be part of this community, but I did get pushback and I've felt some hate for sure. And I'm just like, please just get to know me. Like, if you get to know me, you'll know that I have been like a dishwasher, then to a prep cook, then to, doing a hostess job, then to being a waitress, then to being a bartender. I've worked my way through everything on my own. And if new people come along, it's not a push. It's just population. Like that's the main, like if you go into the United Nations, that's the main problem we have. It's not the environment. And when you talk about environmental change, and that's something that the world has to look over, it's actually population. And population is the main thing that's actually pushing things. People are moving out. I can't even go back to my hometown. I can't afford my hometown because it's gotten so populated by other people coming in and doing this. So I understand that feeling because I've felt that. I can't afford a home in my hometown. And so people keep moving out because our population keeps growing.
Mhm.
So don't be like, non-receptive to that. It's just change. It's just what's happening. We keep growing as a population. And so people expand out. It's the same thing if you're living in a city and people are talking about neighborhoods being gentrified and getting pushed out. It's just like, that's just what happens everywhere. It's the natural progression of the human race moving out into the fields that haven't been plowed yet. And that is exactly what's happening. And it's just going to happen. You have to be aware of it and also be part of it. And like, the people I've had to move away from my hometown because I can't afford it. So if I can come here, like, it feels weird to be pushed around in some respects because I'm like, listen, this is where I could go. I'm not trying to encroach or I'm not finding the word, like encroach.
Is encroach or embark?
Like, I'm not trying to get into your world and change it.
Right.
I'm trying to find a place to live. Like everybody needs to live. Everybody needs a home. And so as people move out and move into different areas, you're going to have different people, but we're all just trying to find a place to live. And be productive and help the place that you move to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
see,
it.
I don't think anyone has a problem. At least majority of the people I know don't have a problem with anyone moving here. It's when people move here and try to change the way everyone lives.
Yeah.
So you're against this, so we have to be against this. And you're starting to see it happen in Texas, and it's a big talk everywhere is everyone's leaving Los Angeles and coming to Texas. And then they're starting to vote the same as they did in Los Angeles. They're starting to try to enact changes the way they were in Los Angeles, and all of a sudden you're just going to make it. You're making where you left. Right. Yeah.
To turn Austin into LA.
You can leave if you don't like LA, leave LA. And the reason that you like Austin is because Austin's cool the way it is. So don't try to change it. Right. And that's like what you're starting to see. Like what I think what people hear is that they see when all these people come from the cities onto the lake and everyone they're against the things that have been just here forever. It's like it feels like people are trying to kind of change that. I
personally have never felt people, at least as far as I've seen, that I've met who did not grow up here, who are here, are not against things by any means.
Right. No, then that's fine, and no one's got a problem with it. But all you gotta do is go on I Love Cuca Lake and see like the difference in the way the locals are and the way the people that are on Cuca Lake in their summer homes. It is
a big challenge.
A huge challenge.
A big challenge with that, I think, is that they've really driven property values up, and we've driven taxes up to the point where if your family has had a home on Cuca Lake for generations, now you've got to find some way to pay the taxes for it.
Right.
And it's like you're working at a restaurant or something and trying to afford to pay the taxes on a house that you inherited, that like you no longer can afford that house. And it sucks.
There's anger.
New York taxes are insane.
They're insane.
Right. No,
they're insane.
Oh, the lake taxes,
especially on the lake. It's unbelievable.
Well, on the lake, but yeah, the taxes in New York are insane, and it's just
But I think I like the idea of being open for changes. I mean, there was years ago where my friend was talking about having businesses along the outlet trail, and that was years ago. And look where we are now, where that has become. It is happening, but that happened. That conversation I had with my friend was probably over 9, maybe close to 10 years ago. We had that, and this is where it's slowly,
and it still needs more development.
Absolutely,
like a lot more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone has. I've never seen any pushback from businesses. I've never seen.
I don't know about
not
that.
from businesses.
No.
Coming into town. I see.
Not from businesses.
There's like I've seen some people make comments though
against businesses.
Well, about some comments of like, oh, it's too expensive to go there.
Then don't go there.
True.
That's what I say.
But
true.
But it's like I want to find places where everyone can go and visit. And I still get pushback about people think the wine bar is snooty. And I'm like, dude, have you seen some of the people that come in? We embrace everyone. Everyone.
And the wine bar's pretty
even
affordable.
Me.
It is. It's a. Well, we take Phil
I love
all
the trivia
time.
night.
I mean, I don't. It's not a snooty place, and it never was. Even when Ray owned it, it was never a snooty place. It was just for anyone who wants to come in and enjoy a nice drink, beverage, great company.
Yep.
You can talk to someone and not feel like you need to yell and be overbearing. And it's just a nice, cozy place. Definitely for some, if you want to make a good first impression on somebody, especially with a good date or maybe a job interview,
ladies,
that's a great place to go to.
Now she also doesn't yell at you if you do have a loud mouth and you do talk a lot and drink too much wine and do get loud. She's cool about that.
I'm totally cool with
18th
that
Amendment is snooty. So if anyone's wondering,
don't come here if you're not.
Don't
snooty.
think it's not snooty because it is.
When I walked into the wine bar for the first time in my overalls, I was like, well, this place is too fancy for me. And Ray was like, no, it's not. Have a seat. Like,
that's cool.
It's like, all right, man.
Yeah. No, I think that's what a first. But it's good to have the first impression of it being more of a classier place because that's really missing around here. Because how many dive bars are there around here, and how many nice places is there to really go and have a date? That's kind of what's missing.
Just
I think is
that's exploded in the past like 3 or 4 years though.
Right.
Well,
as far as a proportion of the businesses here.
Yeah.
like that sector of someplace that's nice where you could take a date.
Well, you have that at the wine bar. So the wine bar is there. Union Block is right there. It's that landing area
Yeah.
right there. And so you do have that. And so I think Union Block has that as well. You know, you can, that's, you know, but other than that, it's
the
not,
wine bar, the Union
18th.
Block, the 18th Amendment, the Laurentide, all like kind of nicer places where you can.
Yeah. So it's I think it's fantastic.
And you've got other places that fill different roles.
I want to know when La Cucina is going to open up because I miss their food.
I love a good dive bar. I'm not going to say
Oh,
I
no,
don't,
absolutely.
but I don't want to take my girlfriend to a dive bar where it's like everyone's hammered and it's just chaos. Like really, it is. Like the tavern on a good night is a shit show.
It's fun.
I mean,
I like the tavern. It's a fun place.
It's not somewhere you're going to want to go on a nice date night. You know, and that's why I'm kind of glad the wine bar happened. And
it's a really lovely thing to have there because
people want to feel safe, right?
Yeah,
that's a big thing. And Phil said it here at my place. There was a guy. This is kind of supposed to be a nicer place, and you're supposed to feel safe. And there was a guy here that was making people not feel safe. And that's and it's not good. That's not what people want. You know, if they wanted to go to an environment like that, they would go to a dive bar.
Yep.
You know, not a nicer place to go to.
That person got kicked out of all those though.
Yeah, exactly. And then I mean, obviously kicked out of here too. But it's just one of those deals. I'm glad we're kind of getting up there.
We're going in a good direction.
Yeah,
we're going in a really good
so no
direction.
one's scared of change. People are scared of people changing.
And Parker's is opening
their
up
way
soon.
of life.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big thing, because if you've lived here forever, you grew up this way, I think people are scared of saying all of a sudden they become the minority of thinking the country way of living is okay, where you get a lot of pushback. And thankfully the Finger Lakes does a good job of making it so you're not going to see everything blow up and expand too much, because a lot of the smaller towns, I work for a town, so I know, have strict regulations on housing and all that other stuff, which kind of keeps it so you can't be on top of each other. You have to have 5 acres of land per parcel, so you can't get on top of each other. So it kind of helps. So I think everyone will kind of stay a little spread out in some of these towns.
The important thing is we need to have balance. It's good to have the people who've been there for a while, but it's also good to bring in some fresh blood in there as well. New blood, fresh blood, and more maybe like a business adventure aspect or mentality as well too. And the problem and the difficulty could be is how do we compromise, and where can we see everyone going?
I think we're slowly doing it. So they're building up the landing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the townships now are building out business districts. So chunks of every township's going to say, hey, this is free and open business. So you'll have parts where, it can build up. And then the parts where we still have our farmers, our Mennonites, our people that want to just be alone are left alone because the parcels can't be subdivided any less than a certain amount of acres.
Okay.
So it's starting to change. I mean, it used to be you couldn't have a bar in Barrington. You've seen what happened with the Only Place. I mean, it was a nightmare.
That was tough.
Yeah, and now we're kind of opening a business district and things are flying. So yeah, it's just happening slow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to get into a more existential?
we could, but I just don't want to.
We got to go see Sam.
We have to see Sam Swanson.
It's time to go see Sam.
Sam Swanson.
Sorry.
Awesome, guys. This was
Adios,
fantastic. This was
people.
fantastic.
Everybody wait at least 15 minutes before you go.
so we can get
So that
there.
we
Bill's
can
got to
get a
get in
seat.
there before 1 o'clock.
Good night.
See y'all next week.